Hey everybody, it's Drew Hudson. For those of you I haven't met, I've been one of the volunteers here at Beyond Extreme Energy since we got started. I used to work at Environmental Action, which was the original fiscal sponsor of BXE. And my job most weeks, as I said in my email, has been to kind of maintain the checkbook. So for the last bunch of weeks of action we've done and individual actions we've done, I'm usually the person making sure that we have enough income to cover our expenses, pay our staff, and do all the stuff that we do. And so I'm making this quick video here at the end of the year to ask for your help in funding BXE's ongoing operations. I think a lot of people know us from the big events we do at FERC, where people have camped out in front of commissioners' houses. We've blockaded the entrances to FERC. We've been willing to risk arrest and direct action at a bunch of different events. And some of our friends are even going to trial to try and force the issue of making sure that FERC's sort of rampant approval of pipelines for natural gas and other fossil fuel infrastructure are held to account. So we've done all this stuff and people see us do those things, and we've never had problems ever raising the money that we need to put on big events in Washington, D.C. And that's a good thing, because coming up towards the end of January, in just a couple of weeks, BXE is one of the groups helping to plan a series of big climate mobilizations around the inauguration of Donald Trump. And helping to develop this idea of a first 100 hours of resistance against his policy proposals, which are without doubt the most anti-environmental policy proposals and appointments to a presidential cabinet that we've ever seen. To do that work, to be able to pull off a big, risky, exciting, fun action in Washington, D.C. takes a huge amount of planning and preparation. And we absolutely need the support of our two full-time organizers who work around the clock for BXE, often traveling the countryside, not in Washington, D.C., to build support and alliances with frontline communities from Standing Rock in North Dakota to North Carolina marches, to all kinds of different places that Jimmy and Lee have gone, and all the BXE volunteers to help make sure that we can stay connected with these fights on the ground. So to be able to have those organizers out in the field and to have the volunteers mostly who do all the planning and prep means we need resources not on Inauguration Day. We actually need them now. And in fact, we need them ongoing so that BXE continues to be a part of planning and executing great events in DC and all over the country. Just in the last week, we've approved 2 new Frontline Community Support Fund grants to support organizations in the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast that are planning major pipeline resistance actions. Our organizers are traveling the countryside in the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic right now, visiting communities, working with them, planning with them, working shoulder to shoulder to help stop pipelines in those communities. And all of that takes resources. So I'm asking you in particular, if you can, to consider making a recurring monthly gift to BXE here at the end of 2016 to help support our efforts through the month of January to the inauguration and beyond that. I've just signed up today to give $25 a month to BXE for the next 6 months. $25 is the particular amount I'm suggesting because each of our organizers is paid about $2,500 a month, so 100 of us covers all of their salary if we chip in at the $25 a month level. And it's also the amount that we often get asked to contribute into actions and events. So $2,500 is a really great amount of money for us to be able to give to a frontline group. It would buy, for example, a whole week of housing at St. Stephen's Church, where we've often stayed during actions for a bunch of people. So there's all kinds of things that kind of come in this same package. So if you can, I'm asking you to consider being one part of that. Nobody has to give all the money every month. That's not the best way to support this kind of effort. But if 2016 has been okay to you financially, I know it's been tough on a lot of us emotionally, but if you find yourself with a little bit of resources here at the end of the year, please consider making a recurring monthly gift of $25 or more to Beyond Extreme Energy. That's what I'm doing. It's what I'm asking you to chip in. And I know that together we can keep building Beyond Extreme Energy, supporting the staff, and building this great movement that we are working on to stop all fossil fuel infrastructure everywhere. So thanks, happy holidays. I hope you have a wonderful new year. And please, if you can, chip in $25 a month today.